Hi there folks, I'm here at White Craze Golf Club and today I'm going to be testing out Wilson's C300 range of products. Now this range has been designed for what Wilson labelled the crossover player. This is someone who generally falls in the low to mid handicap bracket and they're looking for a good level of feel, workability and control with their golf clubs, but also some added technology just to make your life a bit easier at the course, give you some more distance and some more forgiveness. I'm going to get started with the driver. Now, as is the case with all the products in this range, it features flex face and power hold technology. Now these technologies combine to give you about 13.8% more face deflection, and what this means is more ball speed and some more distance. It's also a really adjustable driver. There are 3 interchangeable weights on the sole, 2 6-gram weights and 1 2-gram weight. This allows you to move the CG and also dial in your short shape bias so you can play with a fade or a draw bias. Now it combines with Wilson's Green Means Go technology in the hosel, which allows you to adjust the loft using this hosel without taking the head off entirely, so it makes life just a wee bit easier. In total there are 54 individual combinations that you can go with the hosel and the weights to again dial in your perfect ball flight and see what you want to see. I've got the 2 heavy weights closer to the face and the forward setting to bring that CG more towards the face and also bring that ball flight down and my spin rates down. I've also got the loft set to 9.5, a bit lower again, just giving me the ball flight I like to see. Now, down behind the ball, it's really striking. It's certainly a club that stands out on today's market. That deep matte red finish with the power holes on the crown is certainly unique. The power holes are also a wee handy alignment aid, I think, just letting you line up bang centre on the ball, get you right behind that sweet spot. And it's quite a deep looking club head. It's quite a compact shape, which is going to suit the eye the better player, but also looks forgiving. I think that's partly down to this absolutely massive looking sweet spot here. So down behind the ball looks great, and I'm going to hit some shots now and see how I get on with it. It sits really nicely down behind the ball for me. There's not a lot of offset, and as I say, that big sweet spot really makes it look forgiving, but the shape is also to my taste. So let's see how it feels. Now it's quite loud, but it feels fairly solid. Feel like you're getting plenty of oomph, plenty of ball speed. That flight was absolutely perfect. As I say, because I've dialed in those weights and that hosel to where I want it to be, I'm getting a nice flat trajectory with a lot of distance. Really getting the most out of this club. I think my advice is, if you're testing out the C300, is to go through a fitting, because there are so many settings. It's a bit of trial and error for me to find the right one, but now that I've found it, I feel like I'm really getting the kind of distance and the kind of forgiveness that I expect from this crossover club. Something that's designed to give me some added help out in the golf course. Go with one more. That feels nice and forgiving. That was a wee bit out of the heel, but it's still flying nice and straight, good ball flight. And yeah, I think it's just something that's a little bit different in terms of looks, but in terms of performance, it's certainly going to give you the kind of feel and ball flight that crossover player wants, but also some added forgiveness and some really impressive ball speed. The fairway woods and hybrids feature pretty much the same technology as the driver. They've got some extra power holes to try and increase face deflection on that smaller head, and they also feature a stainless steel face insert that's going to help improve ball speed. With the fairway woods you can expect about 5% more face deflection across the entire face to try and give you some more club head speed. Now again, they're adjustable. There's 3 adjustable weights in the fairway wood and 2 adjustable weights in the hybrid, so you're able to again dial in your launch conditions, your spin rates, and just find that perfect ball flight that's going to suit your game. There are 2 iron models, the standard C300 in my hands and the C300-4s. Both again feature flex face and power hole technologies to give you some more distance. There's actually a double row of power holes on the sole of both irons, and in this, the standard model, the power holes actually extend all the way around the perimeter of the club head, even on the top line. Wilson say you're going to get about 7 yards more distance through that increased face deflection to give you, that springy launch off the face, get you a lot of ball speed, a high launch and a lot of carry, so giving you that extra distance. In terms of looks, I think this is a big improvement over the predecessor, the C200. I think for me looked a little bit flat, a little bit bland, whereas these are nice. I think they're a nice, clean, modern finish, and I like the look of them. So let's hit some shots with these as well. Getting started with the standard model, I think the power holes are a nice visible technology. It's something that if you pick up the club, there's some technology in this iron to give you some help, getting the ball up in there and getting you some more distance. That being said, that's something I'm not particularly a big fan of. You know, I like a nice clean finish, and although I'm not a fan of the power holes in the crown, for a game of proving iron, it actually sits really nicely. It does look pretty slick, and the top line is not too thick. So let's see how it feels. It's actually a more penetrating ball flight than I had expected. It's a nice feel, it gets through the turf really easily, and you can just feel, it does feel really hot off the face. It feels as though you're going to get some extra distance with the irons. Go for one more. Yeah, it's a nice ball flight. I think it is something that will suit the mid-handicapper really well. Now on to the forged iron. As I said, it's also got the double row of power holes in the sole. It's also got it extending out towards the toe, but most importantly for me, not on the top line. The top line is just nice and clean, and I think that's part of the reason why I like this iron a bit more. It's a bit thinner top line, bit less offset, just a bit of a sleeker, nicer, cleaner finish I think as well. So let's see how this one feels in comparison. In terms of feel, it does feel better, not massively. I think the forged head will give you some more feel, but the standard model also does feel great. I think this iron though is the thing that perfectly sums up this category for me. What Wilson say is the crossover player. You know, it is a better player would have no problem putting this, setting these in his bag. I think it does look great, it looks sleek, it looks modern, but there's technology in there to give you some added help, to give you some added distance and some added forgiveness. So I think the C300 range is really impressive from Wilson. I think it does tick all the boxes that a crossover player, you know, that low to mid handicapper would be looking for, but undoubtedly for me, I think the highlight is this C300 forged iron. The feel's really good, the distance is impressive, and I think it's something that would fit in the bag of most golfers.